We have quite a bit to cover here, so let's just jump right in. Tekken 8. It's been quite a while since we got a new entry in the Tekken franchise, but the wait will soon be over. After having teased Tekken 8 not too long ago, Bandai Namco has officially announced the next installment in its long-running fighting franchise. Tekken 8 kicked off the recent State of Play presentation, in fact, showing off an in-engine trailer that showed off Jin and Mishima standing against the backdrop of what looked like a destroyed wasteland. The two exchange a few words in the pouring rain, before then getting to blows with each other. There's little more than a glimpse of gameplay here, but it's something. There's no word on when Tekken 8 will launch, with the trailer simply asking players to stay tuned. Bandai Namco has confirmed that the fighter will not be a cross-gen game. It will only launch for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. A release date has yet to be confirmed. Like a Dragon, Ishin. Sega has announced a new game by Ryuga Gotoku Studios, titled Like a Dragon Ishin. The game is essentially a remake of a Yakuza spin-off originally released on PS3 and PS4. Like a Dragon Ishin is said to be a complete remake of the original Ryuga Gotoku Ishin. According to a post on the official PlayStation blog, Like a Dragon Ishin will be making use of Unreal Engine 4, unlike games like Yakuza 6, Yakuza Kiwami 2, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Judgment, and Lost Judgment, which used the Dragon engine. Like a Dragon Ishin, while starring many of the most notable characters from the Yakuza franchise, instead takes place in an alternative setting. The game is set during the chaotic Bakumatsu phase of Japan's late Edo period in the 1860s, and will tell the story of the end of the samurais and the shogunate. The game puts players in the shoes of Ryoma Sakamoto, who is out for revenge after the murder of his mentor and father figure. Sakamoto goes undercover using the name Saito Hajime and infiltrates the police force of the time, the Shinsengumi. Hogwarts Legacy PlayStation exclusive quest. Recently, it was confirmed that Avalanche Studios and WB Games' upcoming open-world RPG Hogwarts Legacy would feature a quest that would be accessible only to players playing on PlayStation. More details on that quest have now been unveiled. A new Hogwarts Legacy trailer was debuted at the recent State of Play presentation, highlighting the aforementioned quest. It will take players to Hogsmeade Village, more specifically, a very specific shop in the village. Madame Mason in Hogsmeade has a shop to sell to you. The catch is that the shop is haunted. There's some pretty creepy stuff going on in there, with dolls and apparitions and what have you. And by the looks of it, it's gonna be a meaty quest. Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, Enhanced Edition. A new release of the Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge has been announced, simply titled Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, Enhanced Edition. It will be coming to PS VR 2. Players take on the role of a druid repair technician who crash lands on Batuu. Players will then get swept into a grand adventure, taking them across places in the Star Wars setting, such as a First Order facility. There will be 3 adventures in Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, Enhanced Edition. After finishing special missions in the Cantina, players can become a Jedi in the Temple of Darkness, train with their Padawan in the Sacred Garden, or take on the role of an assassin droid IG-88 in the Bounty of Boggs Triff. Duality. Bandai Namco has announced a new game titled Duality. The game was announced alongside a trailer during Sony's recent State of Play. Duality is stated for release in 2023, and while all of its release platforms are currently unknown, a PS5 version has been confirmed. The game is set in the year 2222, a few years after a mysterious rain, dubbed Tears of the New Moon, started pouring and wiped out the human race. Players take on the role of drifters, set to try and make a living by collecting a rare resource called AO crystals, which can only be found in dangerous environments. Players pilot armed vehicles, dubbed Cradle Coffins, on their adventures. The Cradle Coffin can be customized in appearance as well as its weapons loadout. The gameplay of Duality will involve fighting xenomorphic creatures called Enders that are trying to stop players from gathering AO crystals. While playing online, players can also run into other players trying to clear their own missions, and a fight can break out between the two players. Rise of the Ronin announced. Wolong Fallen Dynasty isn't the only hack-and-slash title that Team Ninja has in development. During the State of Play, it unveiled Rise of the Ronin, a PS5 exclusive action RPG set at the dawn of a new era in Japan. It's out in 2024. According to PlayStation Blog, the project first started 7 years ago, with development progressing slowly and freely. Set in late 19th century Japan during the end of the Edo period, it sees the Tokugawa shogunate at war with the anti-shogunate forces. Despotic rulers and disease are rampant. As a Ronin, you have no master and can make your own choices. Various characters will appear with their motivations, and it's your choice to trust them, or not. Along with katanas, you'll have access to firearms and a grappling hook. While Koei Tecmo has had several history-based titles, it's looking to harness all of the skills and knowledge we've gained over the years. We really wanted to take things to the next level by attempting to thoroughly portray the most critical revolution in the history of Japan, including the darkest and ugliest chapters that many will shy away from. Rise of the Ronin is described as the most ambitious and challenging project for Team Ninja Studio to date. Pacific Drive. Among the new titles announced during the recent PlayStation State of Play is Pacific Drive. As Ironwood Studios' first game, the first-person survival driving game sees players exploring the Olympic Exclusion Zone. The Exclusion Zone is a region in the Olympic Peninsula where the government conducted all kinds of experiments in 1955. However, these quickly gave way to radiation and all kinds of horrors. After hearing the rumors, the players venture to the perimeter of the zone, but become stuck and must find a way out with a rickety station wagon. An abandoned auto shop serves as your base of operations for repairing and upgrading the vehicle. As a run-based title or roguelite, one must look for a way out and solve the mystery of the zone or become part of the ongoing legends. You can expect different anomalies to pop up during each run as you explore different biomes, with the land changing during every storm, and scavenging resources. Improve your vehicle's defense, upgrade the garage, and venture further into the zone while minding its various legends. In development since 2019, Ironwood Studios' Pacific Drive is out in 2023 for PS5. Demio. Resolution Games' party-based dungeon crawler Demio has been announced for PS5 and PlayStation VR 2. Launching in 2023, it will feature new heroes, adventures, and more. As a tabletop RPG-style experience, Demio is all about role-playing with friends. Choose a hero ranging from a hunter and bard to a warlock and assassin, and venture into the underworld. Haptic feedback in the DualSense, PSVR 2 Sense controllers, and headset are all supported. You can even pick up different pieces and feel their weight with the Sense controllers, while navigating menus with the headset's eye-tracking technology. Thanks to the added power of the PS5 and PSVR 2, Demio will support improved visual fidelity, and even leverage the PSVR 2's 120Hz refresh rate. On purchasing the game, it will be available on both platforms. Cross-platform play with non-PlayStation platforms is also promised. Stellar Blade. Korean developer Shift Up made quite the splash last year when it debuted its action title Project Eve. We hadn't heard much from the team since then, but the game recently re-emerged in Sony's latest State of Play presentation, and it did so with a bang. Now re-revealed with an official name, Stellar Blade will star Eve as protagonist and take players to an Earth that's teetering on the edge of complete extinction. Eve will meet survivors in the last city on Earth, Zion, and whether or not she helps its citizens, or how she helps them, will be up to the players. The trailer also offers a solid look at the game's combat, which is looking like it's going to be a frantic, fast-paced, intense affair with monstrous enemies and plenty of fast attacks, parries, and more. There are also a few glimpses of some of the bosses you will take on in there. God of War Ragnarok. Sony's recent State of Play presentation was supposed to focus on third-party games coming from Japanese developers, and reports suggested that upcoming first-party games were unlikely to make an appearance. Nonetheless, God of War Ragnarok made an appearance at the show. Sony showcased gameplay and intense combat, and quite a few different locations. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Bolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, hit that bell, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.